Kick-off on TNT Sports with one of the most eagerly anticipated fixtures of this Premier League season, and also one of the biggest rivalries in football. It is Leeds against Manchester United. Now, before we start our build-up to today's game, which kicks off at 12:30, there's loads to talk about because so much has happened in the world of football in the last week. What on earth is going on at Chelsea? We're going to be talking about who might come in and be the new manager there. Also, the January transfer window is open as well, so we'll talk about some ins and outs. And by the way, it's eerily quiet in the stadium right now. Feels kind of weird, especially with how much these two teams hate each other. But this will be a cauldron later on. There is no love lost between Leeds and Manchester United. Luckily, a bit more harmony between Lucy Ward and Joe Hart this morning. Happy New Year, both of you.
And to you.
How are you?
Good.
How did you see the new year in? Anything nice?
A little bit quiet, getting ready for this one.
Joe?
Manchester pantomime, actually.
Oh!
I know you didn't.
I did.
I love that.
No, it's funny.
It wasn't a very happy new year for Enzo Maresca, was it? I don't know about you guys, but the timing of this really surprised me. Obviously, there were a few rumbles. He's obviously explained to the press that he was a bit disgruntled, I think it's fair to say, with the hierarchy. But from everything that we were led to believe from these new owners, Blueco, is that they were moving away from this model of getting lots of new managers and replacing them. So did this timing surprise you, Lucy?
Maybe the timing perhaps, but I think it was leading that way. I think it's very difficult for a manager to function under the sort of alleged level of interference under the new system.
Did you understand Maresca's frustrations with the club?
I think on the table, but ultimately, if you look at the recent history, you know you're going to have some difficulties, and it's how you manage it and navigate it. And look, we can all make those decisions, but we're human at the end of the day. Humans making big decisions. Maresca he looked stressed. He didn't look happy. He didn't look happy with what was going on, and I felt like this was ultimately going to happen.
Liam Rosenior is the outstanding leading candidate in terms of who may come in next because of his association with the same Chelsea owners that run Strasbourg, which is where Liam Rosenior is managing right now. Is that a good idea or is it a massive risk?
Well, it's both. I mean, for
work, Joe, or do they need someone more experienced? Joe, to get results quickly because they've made this change?
Yeah, I just think that's life at the top. You're under.
Well, up next for Chelsea is Man City later today, 5:30 kickoff. Looking forward to seeing how that one goes. Under-21s manager Callum McFarlane will be taking charge for Chelsea for that one. And we await the news to see who will be appointed as the next permanent Chelsea coach. Right, the January sales are on. Shopping time, guys. And Crystal Palace have started nice and early, Lucy. They've got Brennan Johnson in for a club record deal. A good deal for them?
Yes.
Good signing for them?
Yeah, absolutely. And also I think good for him as well because he wasn't playing. You could tell, I mean, he's a type of young player who smiles when he plays or when he's happy, and he wasn't playing enough. And I think at that stage you want to play. So you go to who wants you, and obviously Palace do. And it'll be interesting to see how he fits into Glasner's system, whether he converts a winger into a wing-back or whether he plays in one of the 10s. So it will be interesting. But good move for Brennan Johnson's, definitely.
Positive?
I just think it's a massive statement from Crystal Palace. Obviously, the Glasner future is hanging in the balance, isn't it? And we weren't quite sure what they were going to do. They've struggled of recent. It seems to make sense. You know, he's a real positive young player. And if he wants to go and make that move...
Yeah, and Glasner has obviously said a lot of the time that he doesn't feel like he's got that sort of support with signings. He's bare bones when he's had injuries and they've got European games. So maybe they're trying to sort of placate him because they want to keep him. He's a good manager.
What about Antoine Semenyo? Probably one of the most talked about players building into this transfer window, and still now. He played for Bournemouth last night against Arsenal. Was that his last appearance in a Bournemouth shirt before he apparently signs for Manchester City, Joe? What's the latest?
We'll see. It seems like it's starting to make sense, doesn't it? He had the buyout clause, which everyone's aware of. I love the way that business is being done, by the way. It seems like everyone's on board, everyone's happy, open discussions. The player's happy to honour his contract, of course. He is at Bournemouth, put everything on the line for them last night. Might even play at Tottenham. But look, ultimately he's going to move this window, isn't he? And Manchester City looks really likely. An incredible move for both.
I bet Joe knows, because he's in the know, isn't it? And also, it's
not saying anything. We've been trying.
Listen, how Man City let him play against Arsenal made me laugh as well. Like you can come to us when you've played against Arsenal.
Which club need to do business the most in this window, Lucy? It looks like one of them, I mean, there's probably a few, but one of them looks like West Ham.
Yeah.
They lost yesterday to Wolves 3-0. Wolves got their first win of this Premier League campaign, but it's now 9 without a win for West Ham.
I mean, they're only going in one direction, aren't they, West Ham? And so it's like, you know, for Wolves, would you throw good money after bad? Would they, you know, are they going to stay up anyway? I doubt it. But for West Ham, there is that sort of light there. But will throwing 3 or 4 new players in, I don't know, make that much of a difference, particularly ones that maybe have not played in the Premier League before, because it's a completely different way of playing. But they need to improve at both ends of the pitch, West Ham.
What do they need, Joe?
It's so hard to impact in the Premier League. They need...
Signed a couple of strikers already, both, I suppose, relatively unknown to Premier League fans. Pablo, one of them, who was actually sat on the bench yesterday. What will he have been thinking
He's
watching
probably
that?
thinking, what am I doing? But he will have.
Lucy, you know this club rather well. It's still very quiet in here, but what's it going to be like later? What
Honestly,
are we in for?
This is hatred as the highest. Honestly, it is that vicious. And I actually have had an experience of being here and then taking my mum back to the car park and actually running, and there's bricks flying everywhere. Honestly, in the 90s, it was horrendous. I think now it's more on the Leeds side than it is on the Manchester United side.
I should have brought a hard hat rather than a woolly hat today then, hey? Right, well, Manchester United have arrived here on enemy today. Ruben Amorim hoping he does. So nice it must be for you to hear the Leeds fans still speaking so highly of you, Mateus.
Yeah, thank you. It's really good to be back, you know. It's been 3 years since I was here, and to be fair, I couldn't wait to come back.
Is it like coming back home?
Yeah, definitely. I spent many years here, and was a great time.
Yeah, as I recently, you know, you've left Leeds. I don't think there's anything better, more of a compliment to see his face light up when your name was mentioned there. You really made a real mark at a special club.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, beside football, whenever I come here, and with the people who used to work here too, but there's many of them still here, and I recognize a lot of faces, and it's a little bit emotional too.
Yeah, you spent
coming back.
Yeah, you spent, what was it, almost 6 seasons here. We heard from Chris there what his best memory of you was, that first goal under the Bielsa era that was scored here.
Yeah.
What's your best memory?
Probably promotion.
What was that Bielsa era like? What was it like, him coming into the club and everything starting to change?
Yeah, it was intense. It was a bit different, and he made all of us play 150% better football. So he made us better footballers, and that's the biggest achievement for the manager, I think.
Was it straight?
Obviously, the first sessions were different, were tough, where we weren't sure if this is going to work. But then you start to see results, and you start to see, especially when the season started, we start winning games. We were better than everyone. We outrun everyone, and we felt good. So we thought, listen, this is how it's gonna go. This is how it works, and we just everything he wanted us to do, and it worked. It was a good time. It was hard though.
Yeah. I imagine. Let us know what you're up to right now, because you're back at your first. You definitely did. It's absolutely
pretty
freezing.
cold, yeah.
What a game to come back for, though. What do you expect to happen today? What's the prediction then?
I'll take 2-0.
By the way, no gloves.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Mateus, we'll let you go. Go get some gloves. Thank you so much for coming to chat to us.
Thanks for
We
having
really
me. Yeah,
appreciate you
you.
coming to chat. Joe, speaking of predictions, it's a new year. So let's get your predictions for 2026. I'm going to run through a few things that I've thought of. So which club do you think will exceed expectations this year? Amazing what they did the other night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a real... I love...
Which club will fall below expectations? How many trophies will Arsenal win this year?
Arsenal? Great question.
How many?
There's such an incredible squad. Look, they're good enough
Not
to.
answering me.
They're more than good enough to. Because I don't want to look like a hater, and I'm not a hater.
Another Premier League club win more trophies than them?
I think Manchester City are in a really good spot.
It's a World Cup year. How are England going to do this summer?
I'm really excited for the summer.
Going to win.
Going to win.
Yeah,
Done.
that's it.
There we
I've
go.
said it.
It's done.
Joe, thank you. I'll let you go and join Laura Woods
Thank
now,
you very
because
much.
we're just around an hour or so until kick-off. I'm going to go chat to Daniel Farker about the team he has picked for today. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is back in the starting 11. Let's see where Liam is off to now. I think he's found himself to the hospitality suites. All right for
As he
some.
does.
And he's found another Leeds legend to chat to.
With Joe Hart, Lucy Ward, complete with their heated gilets, heated socks, lots and lots of layers as well. Great to see you both. It's going to be a fun one today, Luce, isn't it?
Yeah, it is hotter than the cold weather, actually. I hope it's going to warm us up.
A little bit perhaps. Feisty as well.
Yeah, I hope so. That's what you want. You know, you want these rivalries. Leeds are in a great run of form as well at the moment. They're going to be feeling really confident today. Manchester United, I don't know how they're going to be feeling, but they're going to get it.
Well, let's get a little bit of an idea of how this game might go.
That he's fit for Manchester United at home, but yeah, they work very well in this 3-5-2 system.
Let's have a look at Manchester United. We're not quite as sure how they're going to, well, their formation. We're going to show you, and this is our best guess basically, guys, but it's just the...
Martinez might step forward and play in midfield, who knows. Probably better to come here with the back four, but they need to be at it, Man United. I came here against Chelsea, and honestly, Chelsea weren't ready for them at all.
I was outside, and listen, fan bases are always optimistic, but this Leeds fan base today are very optimistic, Joe. Have they got good reason to be?
I think they do. I think it's always, in the Premier League, you've got to be cautious. They're doing great at the moment. They're working so hard. I actually covered a lot of their games through the season. Even when they were losing, I was happy with them. They were really...
Favourites, Luce?
I tell you what, this is probably the best chance that they've had in a long time, Leeds, of beating Manchester United, simply because of the absences and the form that Leeds are in.
Okay, guys, well, it's almost 16 years to the day. In fact, it was 16 years to them, and they're certainly due another win, aren't they? Lucy, you were there that day. You were working at the club. Tell us a bit about what it was like.
Yeah, it was. I didn't have a free ticket because Ken Bates was in charge and he didn't give free tickets out, so I was watching at home. Can you believe it? But yeah, it was mad because Leeds were in League One at that point, so not expected to go there and win, and so it was amazing. And Leeds fans even have a song about that day. That's how important it is to the Leeds fans.
Where were you?
So I would have been, I don't know where I was. No, how deep it went. You know, we were just discussing.
Speak to James Milner and say what it's all about. You can tell us a bit more about it.
Listen, it is absolutely vicious, the rivalry, and Leeds fans don't even say the words Manchester United. They use one word, and I won't say what it is, but it is that bad. But I think it's more on the side of Leeds fans. In the 90s, it was both sides. I think Man United, they see like Liverpool and Man City being rivals, but Leeds, this is the game, and that's why Man United needs to be ready today.
Definitely, because the thing is as well, a lot of this Man United squad, maybe all of them won't understand that rivalry, and you hope that someone in the club is saying to them, this is a proper thing.
Yeah, I think it's come out of the Premier League a little bit. You don't quite feel that fierce rivalry. Any Man United player who isn't aware of it, like you say, you're going to need those older heads.
When you look at some of the previous teams that have come here, really recently as well, Palace, Liverpool, Chelsea, it's a difficult place to come.
Yeah, and the crowd is so loud and it's so close to you at the side of the pitch as well. They get behind the team, they cheer everything, cheer every foul. And I particularly Chelsea, because I was here, I just
round on Friday. We've got 22 matches to bring you live on TNT Sports. Which ones are you guys doing?
So I am at Charlton for Charlton-Chelsea, and then next day I'm doing Leeds again. I'm at Derby.
Macclesfield Palace, which would be brilliant, and then Portsmouth Arsenal next Sunday.
Excellent. I'm doing a few as well. Wrexham, Nottingham Forest to kick things off on Friday. I cannot wait for that one. Luce, you're going up to commentary, aren't you? Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
We cannot wait. I'm hoping the atmosphere is as good as you say it's going to be, so we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, guys, kick-off coming. Since Harry